Today, Aetherdrift Premier Draft is the only ranked ranked draft format available on Arena. So that's what we're back to. It's the bread and butter right now. Let's jump into a draft, see if we can get some work done. We're in a bit of a rough patch right now. We've got to work through it. So let's just play disciplined and try and build a solid deck that can rack up some wins to rank up with. Let's go. All right, show me the goods. What have we got? Pick one, pack one. Fearless Swashbuckler. Very strong card for the blue-red deck. There's also a Glory Heath Lynx and a Broodheart Engine. These are all strong cards, right? But the Glory Heath Lynx is very good. And nobody ever really wants to start off white in this format. But then for that reason, it tends to be really open. I'm actually, at this stage in the format, I'm happy to first pick Glory Heath Lynx, and if we table this Daring Mechanic, that's great. I don't want to table the Lightning Strike. If we get the Night Market, that's okay. Even Jaguar is probably fine. Just because I don't want to take one of these two gold cards, I'd rather take a card that I know is probably gonna make the deck. So pick one, pack one, Glory Heath Lynx. There is a Wreckage Wickerfolk in this pack. I guess what we want to do with this is green or black. That's what we want to pair it with the most. Following that up, we see a Detention Chariot. And this is excellent. This is an excellent card. Really good in those white decks. So I think we're going to take that. It's probably the best card in the pack. There's also a Broadcast Rambler. And a Keen Buccaneer is good. Lightning Strike I'm a bit lower on. But we're going to take the Detention Chariot here. And we have got a solid white start. So white does tend to be open. If we pick up some Broadcast Ramblers, some Ride's End, and a few other good cards in white, then that's a pretty solid start. So, now we have a decision to make. Because there's a spin out in this pack, an Autarch Mammoth and a Daring Mechanic. Daring Mechanic would allow us to stay open, and spin out is very good. Autarch Mammoth is way too good not to take here. That tells me, I don't know what was in this pack, maybe 2 rares. Is there a common missing? Maybe. But Autarch Mammoth is insane, and I'm just going to take that. And so we're looking to build green, white mounts and stuff. Which I have struggled to rack up wins with in the past, but it certainly can be strong. Green is very deep, and the white cards that we've picked up are pretty strong. White does tend to be open. Daring Mechanic might come back, go all the way around the table, and it'd be pretty good in this deck. So yeah, we're going to lock in the Autarch Mammoth. Oh, interesting. So now there's an Elvish Refueler. There's also Thunderhead Gunner and Broadcast Rambler. These are excellent cards. These are really good. Elvish Refueler, I think I can take, because even if it's not in an exhaust deck, it's a 3-mana 2/3 that just grows for very cheap every turn. And there are other cards in green alone that make this worth taking. So it's just a solid creature, even if you're not in the exhaust deck. I'm pretty happy to have it in a green-white deck. If we find Scurryfoots or Hazard of the Dunes, then they're just incredible with the Elvish Refueler. And they're all in green anyway. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. Now, there is a Broadcast Rambler and an Unswerving Sloth. Again, Broadcast Rambler is fantastic. Great card. I think the Sloth is probably slightly more powerful in a vacuum. So I'm going to take the Sloth. Our top end is looking fantastic. What we need now is good, cheap creatures to help us curve out, and maybe a little bit of ramp, like a Veloheart Bike would be pretty nice to help us get to our 6-mana cards, and of course some good removal. Yeah, we've got our top end sorted. So what we're looking for as a high priority are Ride's Ends, removal spells, and ramp spells. We have all 3 here. We have a Scrap Compactor, Starting Column. There is a Daring Mechanic in this pack. I think we're going to table one of these. There's also a Mako and a Gaslight Raider. These are good cards too. I think we're going to table one of these, but I kind of think we can just take the Terrian. Terrian is good when you pick it up early. So we're going to take that. Now, there's a Brightfield Mustang in the pack, but for this deck, we just want the Venom Sack-Lagak. Good defensive creature. If we find, like, runovers, it's really good with those. It is also a mount. We have a good number of mounts and vehicles here. So Grease Wrench Goblin, Tyrox. I don't think these are really signs that red is even open, because they're not that good. Same for Trip Up. Grim Javelin is okay, but I don't mind Light Wheel enhancements. It's fine. It's likely to be cut, but it is okay. Interface Ace might be a card we want to play in this deck. I don't think this is very good, but we do have a ton of mounts. And it does do that thing very well. I don't think we want... Well, there's nothing else in the pack for us. I don't think we need the Alacrian Jaguar. Our top end is looking really good anyway. So let's focus on the curve. Now there's another Light Wheel enhancement versus a Gibberic Omnivore. Taking the first Omnivore over second Light Wheel enhancements, which may not even make the cut anyway. And there's a Wreck Remover. I'm going to just put that in the sideboard. I don't think we're super likely to play Wreck Remover. Gonna take these lands, but we're not looking to play them just yet. Okay. Opening up this pack, and it's not very easy. So none of these cards are really exciting. I wonder if we're splashing for Sky Serpent Seeker. Is that better than just taking a Lotus Guard Disciple or a Gibberic Omnivore? It might be. So notably, the mechanic didn't wheel. The mechanic didn't wheel, which is certainly of note. We could also just take Bestow Greatness. It's really good with all of this top end that we have. I just wonder, are we going to... I think I'm going to take the Sky Serpent Seeker. I think it's probably worth splashing. A little bit better than Bestow Greatness, which would be my second pick. And we could also still go into green-blue. Oh, wow. What a pack. There is a Valor's Flagship, which is a really strong card. A Ketrodon, an Autarch Mammoth. Okay. So... that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. I think I'm taking the Flagship because it can be an early play as well. Same as Ketrodon. It can be an early play. You can make a bunch of 1/1s. Or maybe just one 1/1. But if you get this into play and you can crew it, it's so strong. Our top end is looking a little heavy if I take this, though. Passing an Autarch Mammoth and a Ketrodon feels crazy. We're more likely to stay in green than white. An Autarch Mammoth is so strong. But I'm going to take the Flagship. I'm going to take the Flagship. Now there's a Hazard of the Dunes and an Earth Rumbler. In our deck, Hazard of the Dunes is probably better. It's just a little bit cheaper. Earth Rumbler is very good, but we have a lot of top end. I'd rather find a way to lower our curve. Not so much that I would take Interface Ace over Hazard of the Dunes. So let's take the Hazard of the Dunes. It's perfect. It's fine. Now we have Caradora. So Caradora enters and can find Valor's Flagship, Mammoth, Detention Chariot, Unswerving Sloth. Definitely just taking Caradora here. It is really strong. It is really strong. It also doubles up with the Elvish Refueler and the Hazard of the Dunes triggers. There's also a Ketrodon, Defend the Rider, Broadcast Rambler. Stock Up is great. But taking the Caradora here, another good 4-drop. Still looking to lower my curve a little. And with that in mind, this is probably Hazard of the Dune. Pothole Mole. What I'd love to do is, I'd love to find the Reanimate spell in white. That would make me feel a little bit better about playing the Pothole Mole. Collision Course here, I think, is the pick, because we're really light on removal. It might be that we're in competition. We have some competition in white here. Going to take the Velo Heartbite. That is, I prefer Velo Heartbite to Pothole Mole. So much so that I will take a second one here. And I'll take an Omnivore now. So probably trimming the Pothole Mole. Omnivore crews pretty well. Brightfield Mustang is playable, but I don't think we're going to play it because I think we just want to lower our curve here. We're not really doing light wheel enhancements, which was not surprising. Interface Ace also is probably going to be trimmed. But these Veloheart bikes are going to be important because we have so many color requirements in the top end. Nothing for us in this pack. Going into pack 3 and feeling okay. A Scrap Compactor actually might make the deck because we're really low on interaction. So we need runovers, we need plow-throughs, and we need rides ends. That's the highest priority. It does not look like we are going to be playing the Sky Serpent Seeker as well. So if the last 6 cards are all like good early creatures and interaction, I'll be pretty pleased. Green-white lands also should be a very, very high pick for us. So pack 3, pick 1. What have we got? We have a green-white land. There's also a Broken Wings. Curse Cloth Wrappings. None of these cards we can take. Now, first Broken Wings is important. It is important. I would really like to take this Blossoming Sands, but maybe that just wheels. And that first Broken Wings is probably going to be pretty important. We really need to find better interaction for this deck to work. Oh, wow. So there's a Greenbelt Guardian and a Guardian Sunmare. There's also Night Market. I wonder which of these is better in this deck. Because we have all this top end, I'm going to take the Greenbelt Guardian. It is probably the right choice. It is the right choice. I'm pretty confident about that. Second Greenbelt Guardian versus a Venom Sac Lagak. Now, Greenbelt Guardian is a little bit better. The Lagak is great, but of course Greenbelt Guardian is a little bit better. So 2 green... I mean, that's fantastic. Green is seemingly open. This is a good win con. It's a good creature. The exhaust ability is great. Synergizes with the Refueler, with Caradora. It's just it's a good early creature and a good win con in and of itself. So this is feeling really strong. What am I missing? I would like to pick up some more interaction for sure. Oh, there's a run over. That is excellent. Couple more creatures would be nice too. Air Response Unit I wouldn't take. Daring Mechanic I would take. It's a 3-drop, fits nicely in the curve, and then it's just a good mana sink later as well. But we're definitely taking the run over. Yeah, with like Glory Heath links, it'd be nice to have a good 3-drop to curve into. I guess our 2-drops are pretty strong and they all crew the links. So it is okay. Yeah. So Skyseer's Chariot is just bad. I don't think I want to take another Sloth, but I also don't really like any of these cards. If any of these are going to make the deck, it is actually going to be the Light Shield Parry. As a bad piece of interaction. And now there's a Collision Course. Going to take that over Beast Rider Vanguard and Earth Rumbler, because this is just what the deck needs. Now, what would I prefer? Broken Wings or Scrap Compactor? Oh, I think I'd prefer Scrap Compactor, and then I'm probably trimming the Light Shield Parry. Ooze Patrol, Quick Welder, another Compactor. None of these cards are making the deck. Although, we do have a couple of artifacts that get better with the Quick Welder. Like, it does make these expensive artifacts a little bit cheaper, and it's like a fine creature. Wild Roads might be a card we actually play. Nothing here for us. Silken Strength is actually half decent. I mean, I like this card. Don't know if I'd play it over a Scrap Compactor. We could play Guidelight Matrix, actually. That's totally a card we could play. I think I prefer that to the Interface Ace. And maybe we're trimming a Scrap Compactor to play the Silken Strength, and that's the deck. Okay. It feels okay. It feels okay. We didn't find any Ride's End, which is a shame. I wonder if, because we have 2 Collision Course and Broken Wings, we have Silken Strength, Run Over. I wonder if, I do think Guidelight Matrix probably makes the cut because of our extensive crew and mount costs. I wonder if Scrap Compactor is better. Because this is just, well, 3 damage isn't that good. Destroying something, a vehicle, a Collision Course does it better. Broken Wings does it better. Okay, maybe I'm trimming the Scrap Compactor. And then we'd be running it like this. It's not bad. It's a shame we didn't pick up a Fang Guardian or something to tutor our Terrian and our Gibberic Omnivore. I can certainly see playing Light Wheel enhancements, but I don't know what I would cut. I also wonder if Scrap Compactor is better. Oh, we'll play the... I think we are playing the Wild Roads, right? Yeah, we have 2 mounts at 2, 2 mounts at 3. Yeah, we're playing the Wild Roads. Do I just want to play the Pothole Mole? Over a Lagak? I don't think I do. Do I want Scrap Compactor over any of these? We have 2 Collision Course, 1 Broken Wings, 1 Run Over, and a Silken Strength. Interesting. I don't think I do. I think all these cards are a little better than Scrap Compactor. So let's run it like this and see if we can get some work done. We do want green and white available on turn 2. Mostly green. So 9 and 8 feels fine. We didn't pick up any lands, which is a shame. But we do have the 2 Veloheart bikes. We have Caradora, which can find our win cons. It feels pretty strong. Feels pretty strong, but we need to bear in mind that we are going to be really going over the top. Okay, this is a good hand, a little bit slow. A little bit slow, but it is good. Mirror match. Okay. Opponent plays a Daring Mechanic. Let's just play our Veloheart bike. Be patient for the moment. Okay, Fang Guardian. So we do need to stabilize. I would like to play a land this turn, so I kind of want to Guidelight Matrix. But we could also Greenbelt Guardian and then take out the Fan Guardian, relieve some of this pressure. I think that's right. Deal 2 here. Taking another 3 and missing our land drop. But then next turn we can hold up the exhaust. Okay, yeah, Ooze Patrol as a 3-3 is not really a threat. Right, that was pretty lucky. Milling 2 creatures there. What did they mill? Beast Rider and a Lotus Guard. Okay, we hit our land drop. Fine. Interesting. What am I doing here? I need to go toe-to-toe with this 5-5 now. I could just trade these off. But I think I prefer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're just not there yet. Need more time. This isn't good. This is not good. We're taking way too much damage. This is 4 mana. Oh, this is not good at all. Oh, we don't have an attack. We don't have a block. I guess... Okay, let's just play out the Hazard of the Dunes. We're taking another 5, which is pretty brutal. But we should be able to outgrow this thing eventually. Can't block with when they have all that mana up. They are green-white. Broken Wings is looking really bad. So we can make a 5-5. Jesus, we're getting our ass handed to us. Okay, I guess we're double blocking the Jaguar. And trading here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, nothing is good. Nothing is good. Okay. Valor's Flagship making a bunch of 1/1s. It's not very good. None of this feels good. Okay. Alright, maybe Valor's Flagship can come down and gain us a bunch of life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can play it, and we can crew it. If Hazard of the Dunes survives. But they have to not have a removal spell. And the Hazard of the Dunes has to live. Okay. What am I doing here? Taking 5? I think so. Yep, that is very, very, very bad. Jesus. Play that, lose game. I don't know what I'm going to do. Block, block. They just have lethal, right? Wow. I mean, I know we were on the draw, but not being able to go toe-to-toe in the mirror match feels really bad. That was not a good game one for us. This is a key. Okay, Scrap Compactor can kill the Terrian. And a Bulwark Ox. Okay. Let's take our card draw. I think I probably need to change out the Guidelight Matrix for a Scrap Compactor. At least they're not saddling. Okay, Shape Thief copies the Ox. Opponent now has 2 Oxen. So we can kill this Ox. Is that good enough? With the Detention Chariot on the field, I think it is. But then we don't have any answer to their Scrap Compactor. We could also just hold up Silken Strength and kill one of these Oxes. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to kill this Ox. No attacks here. We do have plays. Opponent just has the answers right now. Am I going to crew and trade? I think so. We have the lands in hand that we need. So let's just try and make this trade. Sweet. Okay, we dealt with the Scrap Compactor. Let's see if they can deal with... Do they have a counterspell? They might have a counterspell. But while the Ox is around, Detention Chariot can't really hit anything else. Nothing from the opponent is very suspicious. So I'm not going to attack with my detention chariot, even though I could crew it. I'm just going to play out Terry. Nothing from the opponent. That probably just wins us the game. They have one blue. We can run over. Alright. That is one win, but the opponent was playing weird. So I took out the Guidelight Matrix and put in an Interface Ace. Going first, this is slow. But we'll keep it. Because even if it's slow, Hazard of the Dunes does a good job stabilizing, and that's a good draw. And if we play the flagship and can crew it, it can certainly stabilize a game. Okay. I will play out my quick roll. So I might need to Silken Strength and trade with this thing. Nah, I'll just play out Hazard of the Dunes. That also blocks it. And we will take this trade. Now we probably won't. Yeah, pretty sure they just want to exhaust their Sky Serpent Seeker this turn. Which is super good. So let's see. They do have a bunch of mana, but our game is certainly not over. Afterburner Expert. I need this Death Toucher dealt with, but Valor's flagship does attack through it. And a Wreck Remover. I really don't want to make this trade. But if I do, they are not going to be getting to max speed. No, I've got to let it through. Sloth. Sloth's good. Sloth's good against the Death Toucher. All of their blocks are good too. Do I want a Silken Strength? I guess I do. So if I attack with both, this is a 4/5. Yeah, they don't actually have great blocks. If I attack with both. Like, we can save this. Yeah, okay. Double block the hazard of the dudes. And we can make it 6 toughness, so that is fine. Let's do this. Let's go through the wreck remover. Play the sloth. Okay, Boom Scholar. This turns into a 6/4. Two Boom Scholars doesn't change anything. They make each other's stuff cheaper, I suppose. Oh, if we can get this flagship down, it's gonna... Oh, man, that's actually quite good. Okay. That was the wrong land. Is there a world where I'm cycling this? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just make a pilot and play a land. We do have blocks on everything. We have a safe block on the Afterburner Expert. They have one card left. So we'll block here and take 6. Good. Okay. Alright, we got blocks. Planes off the top is what we need. Although if there comes a turn when we have nothing to do... Okay, that's good. They pass, they do nothing. We find the white source to play Valor's flagship next turn. They block... Yeah, okay, so we don't have any attacks just yet, but Valor's flagship comes down, maybe that can get us there. If they had removal, they would use it on the Elvish Refueler. Run over. Run over is relevant. Alright. Is that going to be enough to win us this game? Let's see what the opponent draws. There's plenty of things they could do to remove the Valor's flagship, but then they still have to deal with the Refueler. Caradora's great too. So let's start by crewing. Yep, there is the crash and burn. We could take out something here with a run over. Gain a ton of life. And probably Autarch Mammoth or Detention Chariot. Detention Chariot's better against the Afterburner Expert, so let's take that. Now we're winning. Damn it. It's fine. That is a 5-4. We can take 6. Play the Detention Chariot. We could send the Velo Heart Bike. That's not really achieving anything. Send the Chariot. Can also send the Refueler. No, not yet. Just you. Sure thing, send a message. Okay, we'll start leveling up the Refueler. We'll trade the Imperiosaur for a Velo Heart Bike if they attack. That is a Broken Wings. Okay. Down to 1. Okay, that's another win. Slow start, but we got there. Where are my Glory Heath Lynxes? Give me a Glory Heath Lynx curve out. Well, this is keepable. And I guess I like having Interface Ace here. I kind of just want to draw lands. Well, the deck is obliging so far. Caradora can search up something. An Autarch Mammoth, perhaps? And from now, our curve is insane. opponent has no tricks. Beast Rider's good. We will be detaining that. Do we want to play a Sloth next turn? Do I want to just take the flagship? We don't need the flagship. I like Autarch Mammoth. We could also take Velo Heartbike. Nah, let's take the Mammoth. Mammoth is the best card here. They spend their whole turn 4 on this attack. It's pretty fine for us. They can't... They might have a way to buff this. Don't think they do. Sloth. Two Beast Riders doesn't accomplish anything. We will go land. This is a saddle fall. That's where Interface Ace is actually pretty nice, huh? And I guess since they have two Beast Riders, we'll just play out the Mammoth instead of the Detention Chariot. So we could Detention Chariot here. Take out one of these. But if they pump once, they're putting out 8 power. Yeah, so it probably is worth it. I guess I can't attack with the Mammoth. They double block it. It trades with one of their things. That's not great. So I think I'm just sending the Mammoth this turn. Nah, let's make him do it. Let's make them have it. So Silken Strength would, yeah, not achieve anything here. Pump does nothing. But it does, this does allow us to Detention Chariot, take this Beast Rider, pass. Okay, Spike Shell. Is there any point in doing that, opponent? Is there? Was that useful? We can actually attack with everything. We are going to Silken Strength one of these. Let's take out the Beast Rider. Oh, I totally missed that we just had a lethal attack. Pay attention, Josh. Keep doing stuff that lets you win, but do it on purpose. This is a good curve. This is what we want. Well, I still would like Glory Heath Links in hand, but this is fine. I will accept this. Oh, I should have played the Wild Roads there. That's fine. It'll come down on tap later. No trade. They have a Glory Heap Links, for the fuck's sake. Okay. I guess double block that, and then next turn I can double spell. Next turn I can play Velo Heartbike, play Wild Roads. It might have a trick, but this needs to be done. It's a good trick, but still, at least the Quick Welder is still alive. It does mean that I cannot collision course this thing. So am I supposed to just play Caradora and get like a Detention Chariot? Can't cast a Detention Chariot. This thing is so good! Where's mine? Okay. Well, Caradora's just better here. And I guess Detention Chariot makes the most sense, right? Because we do have the Velo Heartbike in hand. We still got to make this trade. Trading the Caradora alone right now. That's fine. Wartalk Mammoth. Okay. Our life total is nice and high. We can hold up Silken Strength. And we have Detention Chariot in hand. Okay, Disciple. So it is tempting to Silken Strength here. Especially because, like, when else are we going to use it? I think I'm going to, because the reach is also relevant here. And we're not going to be crewing for a little while anyway. Mechanic can't put counters on anything. Interface Ace. Could just play an Autarch Mammoth here. We don't really want to detain any of these. It's not very good. Hopefully they just go for the Beast Rider Vanguard here. That would mean they are out of gas, but they do still have 3 cards in hand, so... We'll remove the Beast Rider Vanguard. It's probably the highest priority target on the board. We've got 2 removal spells in hand, so we'll get there. Terrian, okay, so I guess we are detention charioting that. They know about that, though. They do know about it. Which is pretty sus. Do I want to attack with the mammoth and trade off 2 of these creatures? I think I do. I guess attacking with the Quick Welder actually makes more sense. Yeah, I'd be happy to trade with the Beast Rider Vanguard and something else. I'd be happy to trade with the Daring Mechanic and something else. I am now going to get to trade with both of these and leave them with these 2/2s, so I'm very happy with that. They're playing around like a Bestow Greatness. Well, I couldn't cast that anyway. A Silken Strength, I suppose. Still, that's 2 of their utility creatures off the board. We can just kill the 5/5. With Collision Course. Collision Course is for 5 right now. Yeah, okay, let's play the Terry. Stick it to him. I mean, they had a really high life total. I don't know if they were out of it, but maybe they knew there was nothing in their deck that could deal with it. Well, we saw the power of Glory Heath Links plus Silken Strength. We haven't gotten to do it ourselves, but we did see it. I guess this is an okay hand. It's actually a pretty good defensive hand. Run over plus Venom Sack Legat. We do, of course, need to draw some lands. But we do have the Detention Chariot, which can help with that. Yep, nice bit of value from the opponent. we're going to take this trade. And if we can get to playing our big creatures, then we should be in a winning spot. But we just, if I just draw nothing but land, I'll be pretty happy. Leave up the run over. Curse Clock. Okay. See if we can find our Broken Wings for that. No attacks. Good stuff. A good attack. Attacking is interesting. I think I'm going to. Yeah, because we take 4, but then we're hitting back for much more than that. We're hitting back for 7. They bring back their Goda. Is that their play for the turn? It is. And a Grease Wrench Goblin. See, that does mean that I can't attack. I think that's fine. Let's wait. Be patient. Play Sloth. Hold the run over for something that's actually threatening, but if we just play these big spells, they're going to have a really hard time dealing with it all. Cool. There's a Siphon Fuel. So we are actually just taking 3 here. Oh, we're trading these 2. Yeah, okay. Do it like that. Let's do the Mammoth next. You got an answer to that? Thunderhead Gunner. An excellent run over target. Also an excellent Detention Chariot target. Oh, there you are. Okay, we're just going to Detention Chariot this thing. And then attack with the 5/5 and trade off both of their creatures. They do have Curse Cloth Wrappings. So run over is not great because they can just recast it. Run over plus links is pretty nice. They take the damage. That surprises me. They do have this Curse Cloth wrappings to grind us out. So that does surprise me. Bloodghast is down there. And next turn, we can hold up the Exhaust for 4 mana. We can hold up Glory Heath, Run Over to blow out the block. Wonder if they have a kill spell. Safest play is to just tap like this. Now they're tapped out. We could 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaust you. Brew up. Hit him. Play the links. Continue to hold up, run over. And next turn, it's for 8, 11, 13. But really 16 with trample. Okay, so they have all their mana up. So it's probably not lethal. Yes, very suspicious. If I go for it, they siphon fuel this, they get their blocker back. I run it over. Then that's still good enough. There's the Siphon Fuel. They get their Thunderhead Gunner back. I remove it. Probably just Curse Cloth wrappings holding up priority. They're going to Road Rage. What? Okay. Down to 2. So Thunderhead Gunner doesn't get them out of it. None of their creatures do. None of... Yeah, they need to play a creature and Curse Cloth something back, all for 5 mana. Alright. 1 card left. What is their last card? If it's a kill spell, it gets them out of it. They can kill the Greenbelt Guardian and then bring back their 1/1. Okay. This is still just lethal. Because this can't block. Very nice. Okay, folks, we are getting somewhere. Couple of 2-drops. Little bit awkward. But I think this is just about a keep. We could do with just drawing nothing but land. Awkward. Still, you know, land off the top is fine, and we do have plays for the next couple of turns. Kind of. Hot hole mole. I would like a forest, please. That will suffice. They milled 3 lands. Hazard of the Dunes. Okay. Awkward again. Would I trade Greenbelt Guardian? Or Hazard of the Dunes? I would. Because the Hazard of the Dunes outsizes the bigger stuff we have in hand. That was a bad block opponent. I think it was a bad block. They might just reanimate it, I guess, but... Silken Strength gonna do some work here. Yep. Now, that's not the worst thing in the world, because we have big stuff in hand that we don't want them to spin out. This being a 4-4 is quite relevant, since they're about to make a 3-3. Damn, dude. Give me a forest, man. Do I have to cycle the detention chariot? I think I am supposed to. Hate to do it, but if we draw land, we will win. Why have they got upkeep stops? What is that about? What is that for? At some point, we'll start drawing lands. Then we'll just curve out with these big, heavy spells the opponent will have a hard time dealing with. Collision Course looks amazing here. Do they have upkeep stops on me as well, or is it just slow? Okay, well, we've unlocked our hand. Well, actually, that's not true. We have one spell in hand we can cast. I feel like Arena's running real slow. Is that just me? Might be. The Aether Spark. That's going to give him a lot of card draw. And a Broodheart engine, which can get back the Earth Rumbler. Oh, shit. That destroys the Aether Spark. That's so good. Yeah, they can reanimate Earth Rumbler. But we're not, like, we should be okay. They got to play their Autarch Mammoth. Will I ever get to play mine? Apparently not. What does Caradora draw? Detention Chariot? Veloheart Bike, I guess. It will have to be. Gonna lose this game to Mana Screw. We're gonna die with all these insane cards in our hand. However, right now, they would have to tap out to Crew. And then we would have lethal on the way back. No, we wouldn't. Because they'd make a 3-3. It's not great, but I have to make this block. You gotta be kidding. Like, this is crazy. I don't know how we get out of this. I do think Valor's Flagship can get us out of it. We keep the interface ace around. This is a weird attack. That's more like it. So I'm trading there. I eat one of those. I'm taking 6, 7 lethal. Not lethal. I'm taking 6, 11, 12. Yeah, okay, so I'm going down to 1. If I draw planes, play the Valor's flagship, they can crew this and then sack it and kill the Valor's flagship. So I need the district mascot. Gone. I should have crewed the Velo Heart Bike. Taking 3, 6, 9, 13 that way. Yeah, I should have crewed the bike. And crew both bikes if I do this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, so we can play the Valor's flagship, but it just loses. It just dies. Now we have 4 blockers. Yeah, we've actually lost. Mad. There might have been a line there where I could survive. All I needed to do was crew the Velo Heart Bike, block the district mascot, and then this turn I play the Valor's flagship, and I might just I think I can survive because of the lifelink. So I threw. Oh, yeah, it feels bad. We had a winning line there. Opponent goes first. We have 1 playable spell in hand. And not both of our colors. We're going to mulligan that. We'll keep this. And probably put back the Detention Chariot. Because we have Caradora. We have ways to draw it. Let's keep the good early game. If I'm going to play 6 cards, it's got to be 6 playable cards. And if we don't get run over, we should be able to hopefully go over the top of our opponent. You may kill this gibberick omnivore if you wish, opponent. Don't know what our opponent is doing. Ah, it's Grim Javelin it. Yeah, we'll take this trade. If they're not going to exhaust it, that feels profitable to me. Bleh. Play the Hazard of the Dunes. Yeah, take 4, and that's fine. Okay, sure. Spin out now just means no spin out for Terrian. Which I'm not going to play just yet. I'm going to play out the Lagak. Play out the Greenbelt Guardian. And wait. They have another kill spell. They're likely to use it. Sure. Grim Javelineer against the world over here. Terrier. Okay. Deal with it, opponent. Do something about it. And if they do, we do still have Greenbelt Guardian and Silken Strength. Oh, wow, they cycled a Spectacular Pileup. So they're struggling on white. Well, that is to our advantage. And an Autarch Mammoth. Down to 4. Oh, yep, cycling a gallant strike in this position does not feel good. Okay, well, that was kind of a non-game. Okay, final boss here. We are 6-2. We're 1 game away from the trophy. And the hand is playable. Fairly good against early aggression. We have a little bit of fixing for the amount of white that we don't have, but yeah, this is a pretty good curve. Yeah, now we're in a spot where most of our top decks are pretty good. We have the land to exhaust the hazard of the dunes. We have a decent curve, and then like most of our top decks are gonna, like, we're gonna get to play them. Okay, well, we're flooding out a little bit, but that's fine. We're curving for the moment. You can't exhaust this. Interesting, no attacks. Leaving up format. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. I think I should attack. Even more suspicious. Do they have a counterspell? Am I giving them too much credit? I'm just going to pass. Go for the exhaust. It's an Earth Rumbler. And there is a Ketrodon down there, so they can crew it. Should I run over this engineer now? Not when we can just block it. And we might need to run over to deal with the Earth Rumbler. Good draw. Run over next turn can blow out a potential block on the Mammoth. Don't do that now, opponent. It's only till end of turn. Thinking. If they just exhaust and then swing, I think we're taking 7 because we're hitting back for much more and their life total is lower. It looks like that's what they're going to do. I could have run over in response to that. That would have been interesting, but then they could still crew it. And I think I want to use run over to defend the Autarch Mammoth's blocks next turn. They have a run over of their own. So if I'd have read that, it would have been right to run over the Sky Streak Engineer. Okay, they hit me for 7. I am still hitting back for 7. No, I'm not. Although everything trades with the Earth Rumbler, so I think I am making an attack. Okay. That is very good against Hazard of the Dunes. Have another run over. Shit. Okay. They're down to 1 card in hand. We do have some great big draws. Well, that ain't one of them. Paradora would be great. Detention Chariot would be great. Sloth would be great. Lots of good draws. I think that one play where I didn't run over the Sky Streak Engineer has been really, really punishing. Yeah, that's the turn I lost this game. If I do lose, that's the turn it happened. Still, we have more damage on the board. Interesting. So if we attack, they're not ramping. We have Silken Strength to blow it out. Making them discard the last card in their hand. They discarded a run over. They might regret that because they could have used it here. Yeah, they could have used it to save their Buccaneer. Wonder what that last card in their hand is if they discarded a run over. It must be the Ketrodon. So Valor's Flagship is still absolutely game-ending. Forests aren't game-ending. Okay, it looks like we got 6 turns to draw Valor's Flagship. Well, 3 turns, right? 3 turns. Caradora this turn, Valor's Flagship next turn. Perhaps. Perhaps deck. Rise from the Wreck. That's pretty good. I guess Venom Saklagak isn't the worst. But this is it, really. Valor's flagship or bust now. It's lethal next turn. Yeah, that's a bust. Okay. Well, there you have it. That's a wrap. We went 6-3 in the end, and I definitely threw that second game. I think we had a winning line there. And actually, in that third game, there was a winning line as well. It's hard to see, though. Like, in that third game, I needed to read that they had run over and kill the Sky Streak Engineer in response to their exhaust trigger. And in the second game, I needed to crew my Veloharp bike, prioritizing the district mascot. And if I'd have managed to, like, if I'd have eaten the district mascot, I could have then played Valor's flagship and had a lifelinker in play, which would have allowed me to survive. Those are pretty hard lines to see, but I do need to see them because they were there and I missed them. And that's all there is to say. Anyway, I will see you on the next episode of Operation Double Mythic, and that is a wrap. Orion has joined us. And that's a wrap. Bye-bye.